Hello, chat. Hello, chat. How you doing, chat? How you doing? Okay, forgot to know. I saw that. How you doing, chat? I'm back again, even though that did kind of ended up to being a little longer than expected, honestly. Just a little longer. But I'm back. I'm back anyway. How you doing, chat? Here, no, here. Here, how you doing, chat? Hi. Ask me. Hello. You weren't here. You weren't. You're pretty sure you weren't here by the time that I was doing my debut, Sonic Chan, right? You weren't here. How are you guys doing? I had some stuff to do. I have some talks to talk. I plan to do some Final Fantasy today, but fuck it. At this point, fuck it. I'm just gonna sit here and talk for a while, like for 1 or 2 hours. Amazingly, you really need vacation. Vacation is what I'm doing. Honestly, true. Nothing truer has ever been said, my dude. Other than every single one of us needs a vacation. Actually, by the way, I'm still keeping the puppet on my shoulder, as you can see. That puppet on my shoulder is gonna stay around because I think it's cool. I think it's cute. I like it. Don't. I already said it on the debut, but I don't really. I can't really handle compliments, and I already see those emojis. Don't. Don't chat. Don't. I'm looking at you, chat. Chat. Arrow. Arrow. I appreciate your dicks. I appreciate them. Honestly, I do. But can you not do that like immediately at the start of the stream? Okay, cool. That's something I need to adjust here. Okay, cool. Now you need sound test via dicks. Nothing beats sound test via dicks. Excuse me, what? What? Why are you murdering your children, buddy? What is that? What is that? I'm coming. I just came into the chat and I'm flabbergasted situation. I know what I'm gonna do here. Give me a moment. I'm gonna pop up chat. Pop up, yeah. I wouldn't say so at this point of time. At this point in time, I believe there's more male VTubers than there is none. Not. There is not. The fuck is my language at this point? Anyway, there's more VTubers than there ever were before. So I wouldn't say so. In the forest game. Okay. What kind of children are you talking about? What kind of children are you talking about? Goddammit! I'm gonna turn my monocle on because I wanna look sophisticated and like I know what I'm doing, which I don't. I see. Anyhow, I really wanted to kind of drop in and start talking about the whole debut thing we had, and how that ended up being much better than I anticipated, honestly. I'm not streaming on schedule today at all. Like, genuinely, not at all. I doubt anyone will come out today, unless some new people, some new folk decide to join in. But I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm still getting used to the whole tracking thing. Ah, yeah, I think that's better. Oh, Sunshine also started this thing. Good lord. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way, Sunny-chan. Like what? Talking for my first time. Toddler experience. Talking for the first time. Just chatting about dicks. Or what? At this point, I don't really understand what's a joke with you and what's not, at all. You gotta like coordinate these things at this point, my man. You gotta give a guy a heart attack, really. If you can see, if you actually can audibly, visibly see me rolling my eyes, yes, I rolled my eyes just now. Okay. But seriously, like what? I'm not good at clickbait unless it's like unintentional. Playing the Final Fantasy game for the first time. It's like very clickbaity, but it was true. Kind of. Sort of. Error. Don't just stop talking after you just said a joke. Okay. Okay, loading. Why I use that melody in particular? I don't know. Well, why you know that? Actually, let's fucking go look. Let's go look at the Twitch just chatting category. Okay, you know the first thing I come out onto the Twitch, and the first thing people live channels we think you'd like is Cottontail VA, and it's like hentai VA tempts you. Oh. Yeah, I can see why I can see why people would join that. I can see that. Yeah. Yep. Okay, you know what? Let's join in on her stuff for a moment. Yeah, I do follow her. ExpressVPN. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Teach me how to. Others. In particular, teach me how to. Just chatting. Slash. I don't have the. I unfortunately don't have ExpressVPN partnership, so. um, yeah, like that. How about that? How about that? I feel like some people just constantly place their commands on the stream title, and I'm like, yeah, that seems appropriate, because some people just don't know don't know how to find you. Otherwise, you know what I mean? So, I guess that makes sense. Okay, let me see. Okay. How about that? Ero. My sensei in a nutshell. How is that? If you're getting, if you, I hope you're still not get. I hope you're not getting distracted by the jumping puppet on my shoulder. It is. I imagine it's kind of distracting, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Yeah, sure. Teach me how to like this. Like that. How about that? I put it at the end there, like at the far end. How about that? How about that? No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Today's basically lessons of teach me how. Today's basically, yeah. Let's see what it is. Yeah. Hi, people. I'm an observer. I only know how to observe. I don't know how to chat. Please teach me how to speak words. I appreciate it. Please. I'm new at this whole socializing game. Please. I'll need to grab more water. Later. No, that's gonna be a trend. That's gonna be a trend on 6th of November, actually. And that's gonna be a trend I'm gonna be participating in. You can join too if you want to. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna be participating in that. I'm gonna sit here for like a few hours and just fucking stare at the screen, just like. I'm actually not blinking if you're wondering. I'm still not blinking. Haven't blinked yet. How? Wait, I didn't know I could not. I couldn't. Didn't need to blink for so long. Actually, still not blinking. Yeah, I'm not blinking. Okay. I haven't blob. I didn't blink in 30 seconds. What the fuck? It wasn't tracking messing up. I legitimately didn't blink. I legitimately did not blink all the time. Oh, okay. Apparently this is the day of discovering new skills. Dude, blink. Yeah, I'm blinking. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. How am I feeling? Well, honestly, I think I'm good. I'm feeling alright. Out of all the possible, all the possible situations that could have occurred, I think one of the best situations occurred at all. I got rated by a person I actually legitimately respect. I got. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sorry. That sounds. That sounds painful. That actually sounds painful. Surprisingly, I didn't feel that uncomfortable not blinking so long. I didn't feel that uncomfortable not blinking so long, but still, I think it's kind of it's kind of important to actually blink periodically. Yeah. Still, what I think about my debut. Yeah, what was I saying is that out of all the situations that could have happened, one of the best situations occurred. I didn't like explode or anything. I did get a sizable chunk of followers. I did get a sensible chunk of everything. Actually, I need to fucking back away from the camera. I think. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. I need to back away from the fucking camera. Yeah, that's better. Anyhow, honestly, some good stuff happened. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say I was disappointed in any shape or form. I didn't expect any grand explosion, but I did. I was glad that a lot of people decided to come on and look at my stupid ass debuting. And honestly, anything could have happened. I've seen anything, all the things happen on debuts. I've seen huge successes, I've seen not so huge successes, I've seen complete dumps, and I've seen all this shit, and I'm like, oh, okay. What was I speaking about? All right. And generally speaking, I think I fell into the middle category of not bad. Yes, I did get rated by Little Miss Houndoom from of Yu-Gi-Oh fame. Basically Yu-Gi-Oh fame. She's also known for Pokemon, but I'm not really super big into Pokemon, and I only mostly know her from Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel tournaments. I participated in several tournaments he organized. I was pretty active in community for a while. I guess she just remembers me. Outside of that, I did kind of pester her in DMs a little bit, in my usual style of, hey, let's talk. Completely random person. I just decided to talk, and that sort of, hey, let's talk, stretched over like 2 or 3 months at this point. You know what I mean? That sort of occasional, hey, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Bye kind of relationship. Like, not friends. We haven't played any games together. We haven't done anything together. Well, technically we had. Since I did duel her once on the tournament, so technically we did play games together, but I completely bricked on that one, and I failed completely, and it was kind of miserable back then. To be fair, I'm not really exactly very good at card games on competitive level. I'm more about the ham of it all. I'm like, you know, that kind of thing. I'm gonna activate my trap card. And I never activate my trap card. Oh fuck. Cottontail is just showing her legs, I guess. No, that's fair. I should close her stream. You know, whenever Cottontail stream is like, basically you go in and you expect Wild Wild West, right? When you walk in Cottontail stream, sometimes she plays Valorant, sometimes she just talks random shit, sometimes she's humping something. It's really a roll of the dice. Like, just it's a roll. It's a roll, my guy. Anything can happen. Sometimes she has like a picture of her thigh onto like half of the screen. That is just there while she plays Valorant. It's a good thigh. Probably tattoo. Now that I think about it, hindsight, that's probably tattoo. Yeah, she was just so showing off her tattoo. Okay, fair enough, tattoo. But still. But still. Watching other VTubers stream is like a fucking... For me, it's like... It's a complete drug trip at this point. Especially VTubers I watch. I watched Nyaner's stream recently, completely unaware that she's gonna have like a re-debut, because I don't follow her on Twitter. So I was like slapped in the face with the whole lore video. I was like, okay, that is what the fuck is this? To be fair, to be honest, I respect Nyanners for that. She took the community meme of her being an inhuman creature from the other outer space and made herself Nyarla Hotep. I don't know. Maybe she will. Who knows? She hadn't had problems with TOS yet. You don't understand, Ero. Her horny energy completely overloads whatever TOS may exist, because this is a part of her. This is a part of her personality, at this point. Not a bad part of personality, mind you, but it's still a part of her personality. But yeah, I haven't been watching nearly as much VTubers as of late. Maybe it's because of the whole debut thing, you know. Okay. Probably because of the whole debut thing. I haven't really had any time to just kind of sit down and watch some VTubers. It's a shame. It's a shame. I usually lurk, like on the bigger VTubers. I just lurk. I don't really talk all that much, but it's kind of a shame that it happened to. It's such a shame, really. What else? Yes, what a shame that I'm finding myself unable to catch all these streams I used to watch. I used to watch a lot of like Hololive stuff. I used to watch Hololive, Gigi Sandri. I used to watch the Vshoujo gang. I do watch sometimes, but you know how I consume those VTubers? I don't really consume them as personalities. I personally interact with. I more consume their content as like videos, like broadcasted videos. I don't comment. I don't chat on streams. I don't do anything other than just watch. Because let's be real, most of the time, even if you do send a message or two, and the likelihood of them actually even noticing that message and responding to it is decreasingly true. It's a decreasing possibility, basically. What I wanted to say, but English too hard. English very hard. Even outside of the corner, like let's consider you are on Nyanner's stream, right? And you want to chat, and you want to be social, and you want to be, you don't do shit. You want to just kind of interact with people. What do? You just send a message and it immediately disappears. It's no longer there. Like you see, you in like one single frame of a second, you see your message appear and then zoom past into the oblivion. And what the fuck you do there? Like, well, how do you handle that? Most people continue chatting, but it's like most of the time, people who actually want to say something, they usually send like a bitsy message or highlight it with robot voice and shit like that. And that actually does get through to the VTuber, usually, always. But as I am right now, I have no way to interact with it with Twitch like that. And most people, and most interact with most things on Twitch like that. So it's kind of a weird balance. When you're smaller, you have a lot of more interactivity with people you chat with. But if you're like super small, you have no interactivity. Like there is a middle ground there somewhere, along the lines of like 100 concurrent viewers, 90 concurrent viewers, maybe somewhere along those lines, along which you can still possibly hang out with the chat and not turn the chat itself into a single entity. Because at some point when you have 1,000 viewers, when you have 2,000 viewers, and at least half of them, at least 1/3 of them, like even if just it's 1/3 of them, like it's 1,000, if just 1/3 of them is consistently chatting, you're not gonna see individual messages. Most likely you won't. Just won't. There are some people who can differentiate messages, like say Asmongold. I don't know why I keep talking about Asmongold. He's not even a VTuber. Either way, he's a good example of someone who actually can read and comprehend the chat, because oftentimes he knows how to spread his attention around. And honestly, he's surprisingly big brain. He's surprisingly big brain about this whole thing. Asmongold is one of few that I may watch here and there. Yeah, same. I feel like a lot of people who are like super down to earth, they actually are always gonna interact with chat or try to, regardless of what happens. Asmongold's chat are fucking dumbasses. Like most of them are fucking dumbasses. There's some kids there. There's some very interesting individuals there. There's just so many people there because he's one of the most popular Twitch streamers in the world, basically. So he had assembled one of the biggest fan bases on the entire Twitch, and obviously one of the biggest amounts of bad apples on Twitch. So the fact that he's still down to interact with them in some way or form and talk to them and like get their instructions and disagree with them and talk with them on Reddit and shit, using their Reddit comments and shit. Yeah, that's indicates a very down to earth nature. And even his interview with like Iron Mouse, I didn't expect him to just kind of like go with, okay, I'm gonna do that, and he just did that, just went for it. I doubt they will interact again, but who knows? Who knows? He himself even admitted that he collaborates way less than he wishes out of himself. You know what I mean? He's one of those people who's very down to earth, but he's clearly very socially awkward. So he's perfect. He's perfect for a VTuber. If he were a VTuber, I wouldn't be surprised. Like genuinely. He's the type of Yes, hello, Legendary. Hello, New here. I am. You know what? I must do this. Hello, M New here. I am the observer. Okay. I must do this. Like, you forced my hand. When I see this message, I always felt the greatest urge in the universe to actually say some dumb shit like that, and I must that joke. I must. Even if it means that joking at you, Legionary, I must. You don't understand the fate. The fate of the universe relies on me be Dan joking you legendary. It does. It doesn't really, but I'm just gonna pretend it does. So let me hop on the. No. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna jump into the just chatting thing here. Grindi Sanji. Okay. Okay. Now people can join me. Feel like that's more. Like now that's out of the way. Burgers, send them over. What? What burgers? What burgers? I don't have burgers. What burgers do you mean? I don't have burgers. I don't know what you mean. Oh, mighty legionary. I only have greens, unfortunately. I only have lots and lots of greens. Do you want greens? Do you want your chocobo food, legionary? I don't have burgers. I don't have burgers. I actually haven't ate a burger in like what? Backstory to that era. I named my chocobo in Final Fantasy XIV as that one veteran legionary. So he's my chocobo companion, basically. That's how it works, apparently. I don't know why it works like that. I don't know why I decided to do that, but you know, that's a thing. Technically, it's just that one legionary, that one veteran legion, but his name is way too long for a 20 character name limit, so I just named it. Yes, yeah. I ride legionary into battle. You know, the Kappa face doesn't really make it. Doesn't really. It doesn't really make it more or less of an innuendo if you add a Kappa face at the end. Oh, fuck! I really need more water. Give me a moment. I'm gonna die for a second. Be right back. What the fuck is this facial expression? You know what? I'm gonna keep it. God fucking damn it, what is that? Okay, never mind. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be fucking back. Okay. I'm like afraid to mess this face up at this point. Okay, but I must. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what the fuck that face was. But it certainly was a thing. thank you, Ero. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Give me a moment. I need to... no. Not here. Okay. Image. Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be there. That's just gonna be there now. That's just gonna be there now. Deal with it. That's just gonna be there now. That's gonna be there. That's just gonna be there. What can I say? Just gonna be there. Yeah. I'll make that more. But I actually legitimately right now make it my new Twitch profile picture. I'm legitimately gonna go and make this my Twitch profile picture. Okay. Community. Hello, Mike. How you doing, Mike? What's up, Mike? Mike Wazowski. Do you like my new profile picture? I think it looks beautiful. Fuck. Do you like my new profile picture? Oh, DRG. Okay, cool. I'm just kind of chilling. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Okay. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Now you see what I brought accidentally into this world, as just gonna be my profile picture now from now on. Try to get my debut trailer in order with all the money you get. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That must suck, honestly, because really good trailers, like genuinely really good trailers, the ones that you pay a good buck for, they usually cost 100 at best, like 100. I found 100, like euro dollars. I think you can potentially find it, like, if not like top-notch quality, but the same artist does like for 50, but like less detailed. I think like either 50 or 60, but less detailed. Yeah, pretty sure. I believe in you, Mike. You just need to score. Going through the guy who's did yours, need to commission Rebecca for the throne piece. Yeah. Honestly, that sounds like you have a lot of spending ahead of you. And genuinely, I do feel what you feel like right now. Because when I became a VTuber, and when I started to prepare for being a VTuber, I looked at all of the things you need to have, genuinely, like, at least if you want to. And it's like $30 there, $20 there, like $30 there, $20 there, 60, 20, 30, 50, 60, 100. And it's just like, people say a lot of the time, like, the main spending is the model. I disagree. If you want a model that is $2,000, you can get a model that's $2,000. But most of the time, people either do their own models or somehow somehow make like a PNG, and PNG like Rebecca costs like 300. Yeah, it's still like big spending, but overall. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, if you want to, most of the people I know, they kind of want to start with a PNG at this point, because most people who know what they're doing, they genuinely don't. Um, they genuinely don't want to spend a lot of the money on the VTuber model because A, they most likely don't have them, and B, why? Like, I still remember the time when I was, I know it's kind of hypocritical to say about this, considering I spent quite a lot on this model, but I had it. I had the opportunity, and I had like a very limited choice in a way of what modeler to choose, and I chose the best possible option at the least possible cost I could possibly afford at this point. And it wasn't like very low. It wasn't, unfortunately. So, well, the result is worth it. I think the result is worth all the penny spent, I think. I even fucking shelled out for this shit thing for like $11, I think. Yeah, $11. Somewhere in the region of like $11 I spent on this chatting widget. Yeah. Yeah, man. Mike, Mike, my friend, you are in a world of pain, or you are for the world of pain in the ass, my man. There's just so much annoying shit when it comes to being a VTuber when you really come down to it. It's amazing how you just don't see it unless you're on the other side of the screen doing the whole VTubing thing. You don't see how much of a pain in the ass it is. And it's just like, I want to be a VTuber. Good luck. You gotta have like half a year of preparation for this shit. Because you need to do this assets, get this assets, grab this music, hopefully get like some royalty-free music, hopefully get like this royalty-free music, scour a model down together, either make yourself or commission someone else, and that's gonna go for like a month at the very best, and that's gonna need all the assets are gonna be made in like a month at best. And then you need to promote yourself, you need to spread your Twitter around, you need to learn rudimentary editing, Photoshop for like thumbnails and shit. You need to potentially learn how to edit on any program whatsoever. Just potentially, if you want to like cut down videos, you need to be your own media promotion material. You need to cut your own highlights for starters. It's just like, yeah, man, unless you're a corporate VTuber, you just have most of the job is a pain in the ass. Let's be real. We both know it. Everyone knows it. Most of the job is the pain in the ass. But what bits of interesting, what every single bit of like actually doing it, like when you're in the middle of doing it and streaming and like interacting with other VTubers, interacting with chat. I think that's the part that makes all the pain in the butt worth it in the end. Most people don't even get to experience this. I think they just kind of go, this is pain in the ass. I don't want to deal with it, and they just never deal with it, or they do it completely wrong, and the fucking thing just kind of falls apart. There's a lot of nuance when it comes to this kind of thing, but yeah, that's just how it is. It's just it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Me, I personally have been preparing to be a VTuber for the last 5 years, I think. 5 or 4 years, somewhere along those lines. Yeah, 5 years. Well, I started watching VTubers on and off 2017, 2018, something like that. Then I started to get into Nijisanji, started to get into Kizuna Ai and shit. My feed slowly turned into anime with each passing second as I fell deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole, never once again seen outside and seen the light of day since then. I never seen the light of day since then, yes. I think since 2019, I'm pretty sure. So that's the thing. Again, before that, I was kind of on and off. 2019, started watching them. Hololive was a thing. Nijisanji was still a thing. Hololive didn't really become a thing until like 2018, right? And they didn't grow at all, like genuinely at all. Most of the talents didn't grow until like 2020, in which their entire company collectively skyrocketed into the fucking universe. Like, if you watch the numbers, like I collected numbers for a long time about Hololive and shit. And if you watch the numbers, is that from their debut, start of 2020, their numbers were like their biggest channel was 300,000 subscribers. Biggest, oldest channel, 300,000. And everyone was like 100,000, 70,000, 250,000. So it's basically they were smaller than most of the Nijisanji channels back then. Just so you realize how much of an insane growth Hololive had. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah. Kind of. I'm not. 20 bucks. 80 bucks? 8 bucks? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Either 8 or 10, something like that. Yeah, something like that. I can't pay for it, obviously, for obvious reasons. So, I'm not gonna bother with that. I might actually pay that. Considering Twitter and its reputation with most of the verified users, I don't think that's a smart idea. Most people don't really like the verified users because of the whole. I don't know. There's a stigma there. At least a big part of the internet hates the verified Twitter users and memes on them. So maybe wait a little bit. Maybe just wait a little bit before you do that. Mike, what do you think about my face? Look at this. What do you think about that face? That was very unintentional, by the way. It was made by. That was very unintentional, but it's a face I made. What do you think? That's my AFK face, apparently. No, that's my AFK face. I made it completely accidentally. There's no tracking, it's just my AFK face. No, that's not pogging. I'm gonna show you pog now. That's pog. That's pog. This is not pog. This is pog. See? That was pog. That was pog. This is not pog. Actually, I needed to like put a considerable effort into my facial expression to actually replicate this insane fucking face. Like, I look like a fucking slasher maniac at this point. My face kind of hurts from smiling that wide. It like actively put a strain on my face to actually smile that wide. Okay. Do you plan to participate in the whole "we are still watching" thing, Mike? It's actually kind of fun. Basically, a year ago, Ian VTubers created a theme in which VTubers are watching, right? VTubers are now watching. That was a hashtag. And everyone who participated in the hashtag basically put on a stream, zoomed in like super close to their face, like as close as possible to their face in the model, and stared at the fucking screen for 2 hours collectively. like 10 VTubers did that without under the hashtag VTubers are now watching. No preparation, absolutely no warning. They just kind of randomly decided to organize and do this VTubers are watching thing and just stare in the screen for 2 or 3 hours and confuse the fuck out of half of VTubing community. And they're planning to return it with the hashtag VTubers are still watching. And it's just fun. And thank you for redeeming Arara. Okay. Arara. Yeah, you came in the absolute worst moment. Nothing other than cringe awaits you in these hollowed halls. This is worth it. This is worth it. I literally don't get any chances to fuck with Raven at all. Like at all. And this is amazing. Thank you guys. Oh, sure. I will. Okay. I will. You don't usually ask this kind of stuff, but yeah, I will. Don't worry about it. Thank you for dropping by. I was gonna, what a waste of Arara. Then suddenly, whoa. What Drake swifted? What do you mean, whoa? Oh, it's very simple actually, Mike. Open OBS. Yeah. I know his nickname, Raven. You open OBS. You go into you click on the plus icon, right? Yeah. Bye. We'll see you later. You go into the plus show, right? And there is a thing. There's audio input. There is audio capture, browser, color source, displays, capture, game capture, image, and image slideshow. You click on image slideshow, and there opens a menu of all the where you can basically click plus and upload every single picture you want in your slideshow, like side by side, so it actually goes like in correct order. In correct order, right? And there is a button that appears in which you can either just let the slides go naturally or switch yourself. Though, if you want to like have a thing, I recommend you click a button a few times so it actually stops automatically switching. Or there's like a, let me see. I'm pretty sure there is a... Yeah, you make sure... oh no, it's not it wasn't a commission. It was done by... Oh, no, shit. Sorry about that. It was done by by a buddy, I would say, like an acquaintance. Cyber Baboon did it. He did it for free. I still understand. I still have no idea why he decided to make it for free to me, but he still made it for free. It's yeah. That's one of the only things I think that was so high quality that wasn't just gifted to me, because. So I guess that's that. I do consider asking him if he wants to take commissions though, from people, because objectively, I'm gonna show you something here. I'm gonna implement it in as my background here, right? No. Yeah. See? I'm gonna implement it in my background. I'm gonna do this and do this, right? And I'm gonna spread this one around, right? Okay, let me see. See what this? See this? See this? See this? See this shit? See this shit? This animation? A slow as fuck animation, but still really immersive. He did it too. For free. This. Apparently rendered for like a very long time, but it's still rendered. And he still did it for free. And I'm like, okay. Some people are way too passionate for their own good. I swear to God. No half measures, I was told. I'm like, okay. I wanted to debut at the end of November, but really doesn't support it. Like this evidence, my streaming sucks. Can't say. That sucks. That sucks. That kind of sucks, my man. Actually, I will adjust I will add the background to this. So yeah, commissioning someone is like a fucking nightmare at this point. Commission something for anything is probably very hard. Not because of money. Usually, like money is usually a problem, right? Money is always a problem, but fucking. Yeah, obviously. I feel like you could. Hello, Madeline. Hello, new here. Hello. Actually, do I have my reactive setup? Yeah. I have told them multiple times, and multiple people have said I have a natural talent for streaming stuff. They just don't see it, I guess. A lot of people, when it comes to modern society, they don't really exactly understand streaming, because when you tell them about streaming, they just say they just see you play games the entire time and talk with some random people on chat, right? Or at least that's how they see streaming as. What you need to explain them is a very simple fact. This is not just playing games and talking with chat. This is basically new age television. At this point, this is new age television. This is the internet. This is the entertainment of today. Not the TV programs like old people watch, not the news, not the all this shit. This is basically when people wanna go away, when people wanna escape reality, wanna just watch something fun. What do? They go on YouTube and watch some videos online. They go on Twitch and watch some streamers online, right? They don't just go and sit down on their couch like they used to do like 20, 30 years ago and watch TV, watch Nickelodeon, watch like Cartoon Network or whatever, Fox News, Fox Kids, or watch like Fox movies or something like that. They don't do that, eh? Do they? Jetix, yeah. They don't do that. Let's be real, they never do that. None of the kids I've seen like to wait for an episode. None of the new age kids of today like to wait for an episode on like a TV show. What they do is they grab an iPad or whatever piece of technology they have available to them, unless they're poor, obviously. But if they have it around, they grab an iPad. They open the iPad. They connect to the internet. They go onto the internet and binge the entire show. If the show has been out, obviously. Like if it's a Netflix show, it's always going to be out. Yeah, or you can just find them on YouTube. Some people upload full episodes of TV shows on YouTube these days. I seen them a few times, but let me just absorb this message. Okay, observer, you're great at what you do. You don't need to accept it. You don't want to accept it, and you don't want to acknowledge it either. But you're an amazing streamer, an amazing friend, an amazing person. Thank you for being there for us, and good things coming your way. You just need to wait a bit longer. Meanwhile, enjoy what you have. I do enjoy it. Thank you. Do we have to? Do we have to do that? Do we have to do that right now? Do we have to do it right now? Do we have to do it right now? At all? Dicks! Okay, excuse me. Let me move myself to adjust to the headpads. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna process. I'm gonna process that entire statement there, and process you throwing dicks in my face right after that. Yeah, I was talking on phone. I was talking on phone. Give me. Sorry. I had to answer it. Yes. I have like a very fucking loud sound effect soundtrack. So it's basically like every time, every time someone calls, I get like the chord like it's just like in the background, and there's like, and you just have to deal with that. and I just instinctively mute so I don't get copyrighted because of a music thing that was basically in the background. Because it's a copyright music, obviously. I like good music. Yeah. But yes. Okay. I need to process all these fucking compliments here, right here. DMCA. DMCA. Ah, man. Yes, I know this song, Ashburn. I know this song. I existed on the internet way too long to not know this song. I do know it. If you exist on the internet, at some point you're gonna stumble your way across this song, and then you're gonna. No, don't worry. I don't think everyone knows it. Only those who are so deep into the internet, they know all its corners, all its darkest secrets. Only they know the song and they can appreciate it truly. Others are not worthy. Yeah, or old enough. So which one is it, Ashborn? Are you an old fart or are you a hopeless internet maniac? Because both are not very flattering. Both are not very flattering. I'm both. I know I'm both. Yes, hello. Or are you both also? I see. Okay, you can actually see me chewing. That's interesting. The tracking is so good. You actually can see me chewing on this fucking candy. That's actually kind of impressive. Very simple detail, but very impressive. I was also told I have like an old soul, by the way. No, I was not told that. Quite honestly, old soul usually means you're alright. In truth, in reality of things, the older you get, the younger your soul gets. Because when you're older, you start to appreciate the youth more. You wanna be hip with the kids, and be in it, but you're never in it. Until you, you kind of start like as a toddler, you then grow up. Yeah, you'll be a kid in your 60s, basically. Every old person I know kind of has the whole Benjamin Button story. And that the older they get physically, the more wild and adventurous they become, like personality-wise. So they become more kiddish, they get into more geeky interests, they just relax about a lot of things. Kind of interesting development, isn't it? Oh. I actually legitimately know a 60-year-old who did that. Went fucking skydiving. 62. Because why the fuck not? Oh no, it's never too late to experience It's never late to experience life. It's never late to. A lot of people say that there's like a late period, and some biological facts like yeah, it's like late to have kids at like 70, right? But also a lot of what's too late and not too late when it comes to your own personal mindscape. It entirely depends on how you view yourself. If you view yourself as useless and too old, your body will most likely follow suit, and you will actually experience all the pains of elder age much earlier. But if you don't believe you're old, maybe you kind of lean into that younger soul, into that adventurous spirit more. There's a big chance you will be still flying around the world, still traveling, still driving a car, still doing whatever the hell you want to do at 70, at 80. One of my friend's grandfather lived nearly to 100. And you know what he did? He fucking drove a car at 95. He took a car, drove around out into the lake alone at 95. Took his fucking fishing rod, sat there for a few hours, caught a few fish, caught a few fishes, took his truck back home, opened fire, grilled the fish, ate the fish, and then then went on a fucking evening walk. Hiked periodically. 95. There is a possibility. It's not impossible to keep your mind and body in as perfect a condition you have at any age. Like if you want to, like if you really dedicate yourself to it, you can do it. But a lot of people who propagate the healthy lifestyle, they often don't include the most important part of it, and that you have to have your mind set on that too. You can't just have your body be like healthy and do the healthy things, but you can't hate it. You can't hate it. If you hate it, your body will reject it. Like if you hate all those diets, if you hate all those greens, if you're just forcing yourself to do it because that's apparently will make you healthier, it will not make you healthier because you'll be miserable doing it and yada yada yada. I'm gonna take off my monocle just to talk about this. I guess this part sort of covers success as well. It's fine, Bun Bun. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You hanging out here is more than enough for me. What was I? Yeah, right. It concerns like success as well. Streaming a little over 2 hours. When I teach said I stop 1 hour and some minutes. That sounds weird. That doesn't happen to me like at all. I don't know. I'm not exactly the person you have to talk to when it comes to sorry for breaking apart for 1 minute. I just covered my microphone, my camera with my hand. That might be it. Some of these connection stuff are pretty wonky. So either way, what I was saying is a lot of this whole perception versus what you do thing. I think it concerns success as well. If you don't believe you're gonna be doing good, you're most likely not gonna be doing good because it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's honestly why a lot of these prophecies end up being true. Like when you gonna prophesize it, people. I'm gonna play Omega. Yes, I'm gonna play Omega Strikers tomorrow. Yes. Let me continue, fucking let me continue my point. I'm trying to sound smart here. Sure, you can if you want to. Yeah, you can. It's fine. As long as people can join whatever, I don't mind. If they want to join a team while I'm streaming, I don't mind. Probably better to have a pre-made team than not, really, in a lot of situations, because losing streaks kind of feel better when I'm playing with someone I know, because at the very least I don't have the whole thinking about how it could have went better if I had been better teammates thing, because I don't really care about if my teammates are good if I know them, right? Just want to kind of vibe and do a thing. But boys, just wanna get fun. I just wanna have fun. Yeah, this is one of those games. I think Omega Striker is one of those games where you actually can get better if you like just pay attention to everything. Like you pay attention to movement, you pay attention to abilities, and the screen is small enough to where you can probably pay attention very easily at everything that happens across the screen. Plus, there is an obvious thing that you need to do, is punt the ball. You just punt the ball, man. You punt the ball. Get ball in hole. That's basically how the game is. It's very simple. Get ball in hole. Well, get a puck in hole. That is sometimes can be closed. But sometimes is not. It's confusing. It's a fucking confusing mess at this point. I wasn't gold, but lost a few matches. So I'm still high silver. Ooh, nice. I should get to gold at the very least soon. Hopefully this stream I will actually dip into gold at some point. Tomorrow's stream, but I'm gonna be farming. Actually, I'm gonna be playing this off stream too, as well as this week. Tomorrow I'm not gonna be playing like immediately. Today I decided to do just chatting stream, but tomorrow I'm gonna be doing just fucking. I'm just basically gonna fucking chat this the entire time. Wait, no, I'm gonna chat like 1 hour before the start of the stream, and then I'm gonna be starting the gameplay after 1 or so hour of chatting. That's sort of what I decided for myself for my routine. I'm gonna be sitting and just chatting a lot because apparently it works. So I'm gonna be curious to know what the fuck it works in that scenario, in that particular scenario. I did see a lot of YouTubers who are like higher on the ladder spend a whole lot of time in just chatting screens because they just wanna talk with chats, hang out, just talk about random crap. Both on YouTube and on Twitch. I wanted to stream DBT, someone didn't want to with me. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Maybe it's like a problem with your PS, because usually it's like very easy. If you stream for like PS4 or PS5, it's usually gonna have much more trouble doing so. Never had problems like that from my PC. I had some connection issues there here and there, like basically internet spikes sometimes. I see. Yeah, that might be it. Overwatch 2, I'd say, is much more of a demanding. Overwatch 2 is much more of a demanding game on that sense. So if you want to make sure you're gonna do well, you're gonna make sure you have a lot of bandwidth to spend, because a lot of people really underestimate how much resources are taken just to stream your fucking stupid ass onto the internet. I don't know. It was PC4. Okay, yeah. Okay, I need to quickly return to fucking this fucking comic. To this dicks. Okay. Chat. 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 Say happy birthday to your grandma for me too, Ashboard. Happy birthday from Observer. He knows what you did. I know what you did. I always know what you did. Okay, totally. Serious mode. I'm gonna return back to fucking Arrow's message here real quick, because I'm still processing those fucking compliments. Observer, you are great at what you do. You don't want to be accepted, but you don't want to acknowledge it either. You're an amazing streamer and amazing friend. Person, thank you for being there for us and good things coming your way. You just need to enjoy what we have right now. How am I supposed to process this shit? Like, how? How am I supposed to process this fucking wall of text? Just say yes. What? I do, obviously. Obviously, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it more than anything. I did not expect that a lot of people would just fucking come in and watch me and like, what am I supposed to do in this scenario? I guess I never really had much of a reference point when it comes to like how much of an entertaining person I am. Like, genuinely, when you spend so much time alone, you lose a lot of perspective on how much you're on your strengths, and you lose perspective on your weaknesses too. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. You don't really know what you're capable of at all when you're alone and don't really have any point of reference to other people. And then you just kind of every time you have a small achievement, you don't really see this as an achievement, because there is nobody to really. People say don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to others. Right? People tell that a lot. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't try to say you didn't do this shit or didn't do that shit. The more correct approach is don't compare yourself to people who have been doing the same thing for over several years more than you did. Right? The main thing is you don't compare yourself to people who are already much more experienced, who already went through the entire path that you are walking on right now. Don't compare yourself to them. Never do that. Because they had the same struggle you did. And they compared themselves to someone above them. They probably still, to this day, have a problem of comparing themselves to someone above them. But the main issue you have to take away from it is that you can have a healthy competition with people around your people you know, people you like, right? It shouldn't be envy, obviously. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you have a friendly competition with, like, say, your friend, friendly competition with a friend, potato. Anyway, you have to look at this at what they are doing, right? And they're doing amazing. They're doing great as well. And you have to look back at yourself and realize, wait, I'm doing much better than I thought I'm doing, because compared myself to this person, we are doing around the same level. And since I believe they are doing amazing, that automatically means I am also doing amazing, even though I am refusing to admit it. And it's a very, very interesting thing. By taking a reference, by the way, hello Diana. By taking a reference from someone who
You are one of the best streamers I know, and I love you so much. Don't stop being you. We love you, love everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, the main point is when you objectively look at someone who's doing around the same as you, you always will say, "Oh, they're doing so great." But then you turn around, and I do the same shit. I do the same fucking shit. I turn around and say, "But this is bad. This is bad. I'm not doing good. I'm not doing good at all. I suck. I can't edit at the level of fucking million subscriber VTubers. How bad I am." It's just, I do the same shit everyone else does, and then I turn around, look at someone else who does the same thing I do at the same pace I do, and it's like, "Oh, they're doing so good. Oh, they're doing so good. I wish I was like them." Even though I'm like them, even though I completely am like them, I wish I was like them. I wish I was like them. I wish I could do the same as them. You know? That's sort of that's we are human focused on shortcomings. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I guess we're just a collective race of negative endies. We're the fucking bummer drummers. There was a joke about bummer drummer. We're the bummer drummers. Our entire race collectively are bummer drummers. Even like the most optimistic people on earth I have seen and talked to are like absolutely not assured of their own strengths. Even like the most positive people, even the most optimistic people, it's more like, "I suck, but it's good, it's fine." You know? There are people who are full of it, like full of themselves. Like objectively, if you really think about it, we view people who are self-assured and completely confident. We view people like that negatively. In today's society, a lot of people who are self-assured, confident, are not at all insecure about their shit, they're viewed negatively because you are so full of it. You are so full of yourself. Why? Why? I don't understand. Because if you really think about it, it's so fucking silly, isn't it? Someone else has the confidence to do things. Sure, there is some, like, don't get me wrong, there's some assholes out there who are like absolutely they have no skill whatsoever, and they still, yeah, egotistical. There's some people out there who have absolutely no skill in what they're doing, but they still decide to push their chest up, right? When they push this up, and they still pretend that they are the master at, like, I don't know, cooking, when they only can cook like I don't know, when you can only cook like eggs, and you're pretending you're masterwork chef, that means you're delusional. You're not self-assured. You're delusional and you're egotistical. You're not self-assured at all. When I look at people who are like very good at what they're doing, at cooking, mechanical stuff, I don't know, war, whatever else. When I look at those people and I see that they are very assured that what they have, and very assured of what their own skills, their own level of knowledge, their own experience, I respect those people. I don't think they are full of it. I don't believe they are someone who should be taken down a peg. I don't. I think confidence in our society, in confidence in thyself, is such a rare thing that we just find actual confidence so weird. Like, you're so used to questioning yourself every day. You're so used to be people criticizing you. And when you see a person who's like, don't give a shit, like he doesn't give a fuck what you think of him. I respect that. That's admirable. To me, that's admirable. That's a good way to live. Unless you hurt anyone, in which you're a dick, you're not a respectable person who relies. You basically invalidate your own self-assuredness if you hurt anyone, because ultimately what you're doing is, I did notice you were gone for a while. Welcome back. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. What you're doing when you're actively hurting someone is you basically use someone else to validate yourself, and that indicates a deep layer of insecurity there. A truly self-assured person, a truly confident person, exists almost like in a bit of a vacuum, a little bit. I'm just there. I'm just sitting. I'm just here. I'm doing my thing. I have my friends. I have my relatives. I have my loves. You have no say on my life. They exist outside of the usual norms, of the peer pressure, of all of that. I have met exactly one person who's like that. I met one person. And they were successful in almost everything they did. You know why? Because they stood up every day. They didn't care about what he didn't care about what everyone said about it. He just went, did it, fucking sucked at it, right? He did it, sucked at it. Yeah, he did it, he sucked at it, but he did it repeatedly, over and over and over and over and over, on like the scale of months. He had a whole dedication spree to whatever he was doing, and then finally, after a while, he succeeded. And people always looked at his failures and go, "Oh, you can't even do that. How you're supposed to continue doing this and that and that? If you can't cook this, how you can hope to cook this?" He did not care. He did not care at all. He just continued doing whatever he was doing, and it did not bother him in the slightest. I feel like that's an ideal of a person that one must strive towards too. You're not hurting anyone, because that's using someone else to validate your existence. And that's not me being self-assured. That's not being self-confident. That's not being any of that shit. You're not doing that. You're not trying to push down others. Yeah, exactly. Most importantly is, I think, I can't believe I need to say this, but there's in reality, having a healthy dose of egotistical nature is not a bad thing. I am a psychology specialist. I know what I'm talking about here, but having a bit of an ego is not a bad thing. Because our body and our entire existence. Sorry. That's not a face I wanted to make again, because my head was in front of the camera, but that was an interesting face. Hope nobody screenshotted that. Anyway, our entire existence was basically revolves around our psyche. That's why psychological sicknesses are so devastating. That's why people who are crippled psychologically are much more maladapted to reality than people who are crippled physically. When you don't have an arm, you still can exist as a normal person. Sure, it's gonna be inconvenient in a lot of ways. And it's gonna suck because our society is sort of built on the fact that we have two limbs with opposing thumbs. When you have one limb with opposing thumb, it's gotta be harder to use things meant for people with two hands. That's sort of a math thing. But think about it. You still can exist. You still can use your things. You still can propagate yourself in society. And sometimes you are made very cool looking in games. Like, have you seen those people with one arms? Why the fuck all of the one armed people in games are like so fucking badass presenting? It's interesting. Like Baiken or Zakharov from like Modern Warfare. Like they look badass. But when you have a crippling psychological disease, when you have it's often completely shuts down. When you have a psychological weakness, sickness, I mean, it completely cripples your ability to exist in a normal human society. More often, it also completely cripples your ability to exist as a normal person. You can adopt usually, but it's basically it definitely means that you're going to exist in different circumstances than most other people. One-armed person, slightly different circumstances, more inconvenient. Definitely gonna be a lot more pain in the ass to exist, but that can be supplemented by prosthetics because they are being adapted. They are advancing. Prosthetics existed for a long time, literally. Even mechanical prosthetics existed for many years, so that wasn't like a thing you couldn't do. It's just like now they're becoming more and more widespread. You can't really supplement your brain. You can't really say, "Oh no, I don't have schizophrenia. I don't have it. I plucked my ear with headphone, and now I don't fucking see I don't see fucking nightmare demons in the backyard anymore." I'm obviously simplifying this process. Don't get offended. I'm simplifying the whole process. But it's like our entire existence revolves around it's unless you are diagnosed with it, I don't think that's true. People can say whatever they want to say, unless they diagnose you with this, unless a professional sits down with you, talks with you, and says you are behind mentally a few years, then yes. If not, no, fuck them. Yeah, I'm just saying that a good dose of egotistical nature is always a good thing. You physically need to be assured of yourself sometimes. You need to be assured that you'll be fine. You need to be assured that you'll solve an issue. You need to be do that. You need to be. It's not even like you want to have it or like you should have it. You need to have it. Yeah. You need to have a sort of solid amount of self-love. Almost, I think that's how I would say it. It's hard sometimes, but you must. You must realize the simple fact that if you cannot love yourself, nobody can. If you cannot love yourself, nobody will. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't really focus on what you are strong at. You can't really focus on what you are good at. Can't really focus on what works in your personality, what skills you think work in your personality, what dreams you want to pursue. You can't really do that. It's just like everything feels empty. Because it's like it feels like you're almost riding along. You know what I mean? It almost feels like you're riding along, and almost feels like you're doing something completely out of necessity, not because you want it, but it's just like, I guess. You can't just stop and realize you're doing very good at it. Like if you're writing a book, and you're writing at this point, you're just writing out of inertia. You're not really writing it because you want to write it. You're not doing it out of inertia because you don't really see how good it is. If you were aware that you're a good writer, if you were aware of that simple fact that you're a good writer because you have the experience and you have the talent to back it up, you would write something really good. But because you are constantly undermining yourself, by saying that I'm not good. Most likely you're gonna dip your the quality of your writing a lot. Self-criticism is fine and all. You need to go through several things like over and over and over again. But you're probably not gonna learn. You're probably not gonna find all of them. Yes, the prevent. When a healthy amount of attention is not given, you start to expect not getting attention. And when you start not getting, you accept the fact that you're not getting any more attention, you start to think that you're not worthy of that attention, etc., 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 etc. That's a sort of a domino effect. You know what I mean? A very bad domino effect. A lot of people who encounter this sort of experience in their childhood usually end up being either loners or kind of assholes. Because they either seclude themselves and completely cut off the other I mean, being alone and being a complete loner and shut out is a completely different thing. You can be alone, but you can still be with other people. You can still talk with other people. You can still interact with other people. You can still come out. See, that's what I mean. I think Arrow is a perfect example. Arrow is a perfect example of that situation. Arrow, as a person, likes to sit in his own corner, likes to exist there, right? That's just how it is. Some people just like to, myself included, some people just like to exist sort of separately from like the big parties, the big collectives, the big movements, all that much. And they still interact with others, don't get me wrong. When you look at me, and you look at Arrow, and you look at other people who are loners by nature, we still have friends, we still interact with people. Ah, fuck, what?
Wait, did you say oh fuck?
I just saw like I just heard like a very mind destroyed. I know. I'm jumping on your head now. My puppet is jumping on your head.
Stop jumping on my hair. I just installed FF14 and I wondered like what was the server you were playing on?
NA.
Yeah, I know you're playing on NA, but is it like either Crystal, Dynamist, or Primal? Does it change anything? What does that do?
Crystal.
What are those?
Crystal. I play Crystal and Goblin server.
Goblin, okay. Goblin these nuts.
Yeah, Goblin these nuts. I'm having I'm in a psychological talk right now.
Okay, see ya.
Yeah. Thank you for dropping by, Anna Tits. Ah, she left. Fuck! Before I could say Anna Tits. Ah! Anyway. For example, I do go out with people, but I do it because I feel like it's necessary. Do you have friends, Ashburn? Like, do you have people you wanna hang out with constantly? Or like not constantly, but when you have like the that means you don't go out because you society that necessarily is needed by society. You are going out because you want to interact with those people. Now, you have the healthy ability to live that lone corner and venture out into the world and say hello to people you like and say hello to people you want to vibe with and just interact with them. You don't really have to do it in person either. Talking on the internet, just sending them a message, just making sure you are aware of their existence in the world and are aware that they like you and share your desire to hang out with. You don't become less of a person who loves lonesome. Who loves being on your lonesome. Again, you don't need to be eyes to eyes with someone to be close with someone. Most of my friends I had gained over the years, I gained them on the internet, and I have never seen them ever. Like, ever. I have never seen them before. That's just how it is. I've never seen them. Still never had. Most likely we'll never see them. That's just how it is. But that doesn't stop our personalities from clicking together. That doesn't stop our personalities from... Never been analyzed before, as I usually do analyze. You are speaking with a psychologist, man. I have a bad habit of analyzing people. That's just how I am. I'm not talking out of my ass here. Yeah, I'm not talking out of my ass here. I'm literally a professional. I'm not like sharing an opinion here. I'm just saying what I learned over the years of practice. That's just how it is. Obviously my experience is not perfect. Like, genuinely. All people are gonna be different. I'm saying you're not. How would I say it? You're not someone who's like. It's not wrong to be like that at all. Actually, I think that's more of a healthy. Some people like more company. Some people cannot exist. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You don't really need to. Like, it's just you don't need to. You can just. I know a lot of people who like old school mentality. They look at like online hangouts, online calls, and say like, oh, you can only be you can only be friends if you interact in person. You need to interact with person. You need to look at him in the eye. You need to look him in the eye. Yeah, bottling up is not good at all. You need to release it. You need to release your emotions, release your tears if need be, release your... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Arrow. That's just not true. That's not true. A lot of people still consider it true, but ultimately, what you want out of friendship is you want your personalities, you want your interests, you want your ideals and goals to coincide with someone on a certain level. It's fine, Uni. You're totally valid. It's fine. You can. It's fine. You can let it out. Just kind of let it out, if you want to. Obviously, not. Can't say here because honestly, I am sitting on open chat, but I'm not exactly sitting in open chat on where I can invite people. Alright, well, the person I didn't want to talk about, they didn't want to go out during COVID. Okay. To be fair, that's true. I'd say it's a way to do this, but ultimately, that does kind of how do I say it? That does indicate a lot of situations in which you were rejected as a kid for having these emotions. Instead of accepted, you were rejected. And that always leads to a scar forming in your psyche that basically forces you to feel like your tears and your anguish, whatever it may be, are not worth anyone's time. So you're just gonna go there, go back there, go back in your room, sit in the fucking on the fucking bed or whatever else, or like in the bathroom, and cry quietly. Even if there's nobody home, even if there's nobody home at all. At this point, it's just a habit. You just go there, sit there, and do not make a sound. Because you have this in your brain, deep down, somewhere in the back of your mind, that your emotions are not worth the trouble, if that makes sense. I don't know why this conversation suddenly turned so fucking serious, but you know. In that situation, I feel like a lot of the time you need to be... but yes, in this situation, when you feel like your emotions are not worth anyone's time, you need to realize that when other people say it to you, they are not inconvenienced by your emotions. What is actually happening is that they are annoyed or otherwise emotional at your reaction. It makes them feel things they don't like. So they are putting their emotion value of what they are feeling over your own, and that is not good. Never good. Like, especially like in family, among friends. That is not a response. That is not a reaction of someone who you should consider close to you, and of someone whose opinion you should consider as any way, shape, or form valid. I think I just get rid of the fucking plushie, because this is oh fuck. This is not a talk for plushie. This is a talk for no plushie. I'm gonna add plushie back on, but later. But you know. Ultimately, in the end, you have to realize that that people value your emotions and your struggles much more than you ever really anticipate. They value what you believe, they value what you feel like, and most of the time, when you run away, right? It's not even like a bad thing that you run away. It's that when you run away, is that you might hurt them instead, because by doing so, you're often making sure they believe that you do not consider them worthy enough to be someone who's privy to your emotions. You know what I mean? So it's like a bit of a stab, very inadvertent, very unintentional, stab in the gut. I've been on the other side of that myself. Not as a psychologist, but as a friend. So it's very touchy. It's a very touchy and complicated thing, honestly. What do you mean us to show? Yeah, just hug something, any bun. Hug something, and let yourself feel emotions. But it lets you feel simple. Would that mean us to show vulnerability to others? Showing vulnerability to others, showing vulnerability to others is not a weakness. It's not a weakness, like at all. You don't have to believe yourself to be weak. You don't need to believe yourself as weak if you show someone your vulnerable side. It's just a natural thing. We are not perfect. We are not impenetrable. It's just for trust. It shows trust. Exactly. That's what I mean. When you show someone a vulnerable side to yourself, be it like crying, or maybe some really stupid thing you believe nobody will like, or thing you're embarrassed about, or anything about yourself that you're just not that loud about. You have to be right. You have to be vulnerable with the right people. But ultimately, being vulnerable is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Like you, there's a moment. There was a moment in time. Diana, Diana. So how big was it? Tell it to the chat here. Let's discuss the PP the PP of the arrow in the PP shell. Let's discuss it. Okay, I'm listening, Dania. Ashborn, clip it. Clip it. I demand that you clip it as the thread. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the relevant information, and I'm gonna return to serious topic. So like eggplant, banana, like a grape. What? A really good eggplant. Because that it was what. Uh huh. Okay. 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 Fair enough. The game show is actually Arrow's secret spirit bomb that makes his eggplant grow. This was actually a ploy to conquer the world. Every time Arrow does a show, his eggplant grows. But it does say something about preferences. Your preferences, Arrow, because your eggplant grows every time you're berated half the show, and said that and said that you will be voted out, and said that you're mean and being called mean words. So I guess you have certain tastes in that sense. Interesting. I'll have to remember that for future reference. Sorry. I see. Motherfucker. Okay. Someone still like a bit when it's fine. It's fine, honey. It's fine. Nobody here is gonna say like, oh, shut up. You can't be Sag in my stream. Never be Sag in my stream. You can never be Sag on my stream because I demanded be positive vibes. If you're gonna be Sag on my stream, I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna get very angry. Why am I making a Sonic voice? Anyway, I'm gonna be very angry. Yeah, post it in my clips. Post it in my clips and then post it on I will link it on Arrow's channel too. Yeah, I will. Yeah. I will link it on Arrow's channel too. Thank you, Ashburn. Thank you, Ashburn. Yeah, absolutely. Arrow's eggplant. Okay. Good name, Ashburn. Arrow's eggplant. So that's gonna be in your clips now. It's fine, Honey Bun Bun. We appreciate you being here. Yeah, we really did nothing. We really didn't do anything except talk about Arrow's eggplant. Really, honestly, genuinely. What the? Thank you for cheering. If someone who actually will walk here like just for the first time, completely out of context, and we'll just talk about and we'll talk about and we'll see us talk about Eros eggplant, and suddenly your comment, "Thank you everyone, you really cheered me on," and I'm like, and person will sit there and wonder how the fuck. How the fuck someone talking about Eros eggplant is such a cheering event that everyone that Unibombo fucking cheered up so much? How is that a thing? Yeah, your eggplant sure is making everything brighter. That's the eggplant of the legend. Ero and his eggplant. Ero in a nutshell. Ero in a nut plant. Nut plant. Why does it sound so wrong? Why does it sound so wrong? Nut plant. Okay, I'm just gonna. No, I'm not gonna question it at this point. Hello. Hello. I'm just gonna call it. You know what I'm gonna call it? I'm gonna call it Eggplant Central. That's gonna be my name, Eggplant Central. That's gonna be my new talk show, Eggplant Central. I'm not gonna explain how. I'm not gonna explain how or why it was called Eggplant Central. Yeah. How you doing? Yeah, arrow in an eggplant. As you see, I'm now moving. I'm now moving. Eggplant to that shell. Yes, I'm now moving. I am now an official. I'm now official Vtuber. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's a surprisingly malleable. I've learned Japanese very busy. Debuted previous week. I debuted. I'm pretty sure. No, not previous week, actually. Yeah, I debuted. I debuted on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Saturday, yeah. I debuted Saturday, have been kind of resting ever since then. Decided to rest most of the day today, and decided to just kind of say fuck it and do some chatting. I'm getting sick of it. I'm burned. Yeah, rest here. You don't really need to stream for like 2 or 3 hours at the start if you don't want to. You need to rest your voice. You need to drink a lot of water. Like drink a lot of water. It's the same advice people say when they do voice acting. You need to drink a lot of water because your vocal cords are not used to the fact that you're talking a lot and you're making a lot of and you're saying a lot of expressive words, and you are absolutely straining yourself much more than you usually do. Like I drink tea, I drink water constantly, I drink constantly something. Even after 4 months of streaming, I'm drinking green tea right now. It's very good, very good for. It's very good for throat stuff because it's very soft. I'm drinking green tea right now. Yeah, caramel vanilla tea sounds very good too. As you can see, I'm just a fucking barrel of advices today. Serious topic of psychological help, serious topics of self-love, tea, voice acting, everything. What? You almost think I'm an actual librarian, eh? I guess so, yeah. That's, I'm not like perfect about it, obviously. I'm not like I don't have experience with a lot of with a lot of shit people tend to interact with because I have been practicing for like 5-6 years, but not like more. So I have a lot of things to learn. I could potentially, yeah. Just chat and ask me questions, ask me whatever advice I might give you eventually. Yeah, I'm not a at the start. I'm not a perfect person who has answers. But what you need to look for, not to get professional advice, it may be necessary. But you would not need to point to not take this professional advice. Maybe look for it if necessary. I am a professional. That's what that is part. But I do think just asking questions on the internet and a quick cursory glance at your problems will not solve them. Ultimately, what you need to do is you need to tell me everything, and I doubt anyone on the internet will want to like jump in and pay me for it and like do it. I can give you a preliminary advice. I can give you something to think about. I can give you something to point your eyes towards, like a problem, like that's there, like that's there, or what I assume is the problem. I don't know your circumstances or why you're asking the question you're asking. I can point you in a direction, generally speaking. That's what I can do. Like, quite honestly, when it comes to mic, I had talked with voice chat on a server, Weavers. Just talking about feel is good. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically it. You need to talk about it. You need to talk about it. You need to express it. Stifling it down. It often means that they will still be there. They're not going anywhere. Oh yeah, for sure. If other VTubers have like any problems they want to talk about, I can always give general advice. I can always talk to them personally for like a session or two. And speak about like what makes them think they have the problems they have. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to. I mean, yeah. Fucking Dr. Punica does like jokey medical examinations on stream. Why can't I have my own thing? But that's a little further. I think I'm gonna accept mostly VTubers because that's what I feel comfortable with. Talking to people like that, like myself, right? And I'm going to feel comfortable with giving them advice because I already know a fair bit of VTubers, and if people want to come to me, they want to come to me, right? Yeah. I could be an opportunity to meet a lot of new people. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. I think in a lot of ways, when you supplement yourself with an avatar, it often points out to either unhealthy image of your own self, or laziness. It's one or the other. You either don't really want to fucking bother with making yourself look good every time, and just don't want to be camera acceptable, and you just or both. Yeah, or both. Yeah, it's just there's just a lot of things in that industry, and a lot of people who are just not the most healthy of people. Let's say it like that. It's a good idea, though. It's a good idea. I can accept that. It's a very good idea. Some therapists, actually, you know what's funny thing about it? I noticed a lot of people who are like psychologists and therapists, they end up being very pleasant people to be around, like even outside of their professions. They're just naturally good at communicating with people. Sure. That's fine with me. Danny, if you're still here, I'm also going to priority queue you as well. Why? It's good. Yeah, I love the BGM. To be fair, though, I don't really hear it in the background, so maybe it does become a little repetitive over time. But I do love it. I do love the. I can make it a little lower, just a little bit. Yeah. I lowered it just now, just a little bit. Ah man. Okay, fine. Better. Better. Okay. Okay, fair enough. What was it? But yeah, I have no idea how to create these forms though. Like, what the fuck? I think I will create a form. Why not? I don't really mind. You already made a form for these for the show, for your own show. So you do. I will actually invade your DMs later, Ero, and you will teach me the ways of the form. True. I will. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm actually going to prepare a list of questions for that point of view from that point in time. That is going to be that is going to revolve around the personal mental wellness of people, not like some random thing like what is your perfect date. I'm gonna be having like a themes of them, I think, for when that happens. Like personal questions, I'm gonna be asking mostly about people themselves, like how they feeling, what they do, stuff like that. Because I'm frankly fascinated. I'm frankly fascinated by the human mind. Uh, Yeah. What I was saying. Okay, sorry about that. I needed to answer. I needed to send a message, and my brain doesn't process apparently talking at the same time. It says sending a message. It's a weird thing. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to considering this is one-on-one. It's not. It's going to be much easier to actually have these forms. It's actually going to be much easier to fill in weeks after weeks. I'm gonna make it a weekly thing, I think. Either weekly or bi-weekly, because honestly I think genuinely, like, I could use this opportunity to use this as an interview slash psychological talk, because I don't really claim that I can solve all your problems with like one session. And I'm not really exactly operating right now as a professional. I do have a maybe we'll see. I will choose to trust you because I imagine you got much more forms for Collaborate Betrayed than you ever expected you would. Yeah. That I am not going to solve all your problems immediately. I'm not going to magically give you the best advice possible. I'm going to give you a direction Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Some people just don't realize how wrong they feel or how bad they feel. It's kind of an interesting thing. Everything is in perspective. Everything is found in perspective. When you feel like that your half of your life, you think it's normal, but then you realize it's not normal when someone tells you it's not normal. So me just saying that there is a problem, I think there is a problem, you might want to look at that. A person will go like, huh, huh, I have a problem. Huh. I had so many people like that. I had so many people like that. Like genuinely so many people who were like, there's there's something in the people's brains that clicks when someone explains to them this is a problem that exists in other people and points to the possible origin of it. They just kind of look at it and go, huh, that's fucked up, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, that's fucked up. And I'm like, yeah, that's you. And I go, it's actually really interesting that you often need to look at, you often need to talk not about them. You often need to talk about the abstract examples, like the examples of someone else's life, like stories. You have to like lead into it. You have to lead into it. Always. Because some people just don't realize it in their brain. You have to unhinge that screw deep inside that goes, it's fine, all the time. Because yeah. If you don't do that, they most likely will never treat your advice seriously, right? What you have to do is that you have to give them a example of someone else, someone who they can empathize with without really understanding they empathize with it, and so someone who they look at, and then when you finish that story and they go, "Aha, that's fucked up," and you go, "That's fucked up, isn't it?" And goes, "Yeah, that's fucked up," and then you turn it around and say, "That's you. My story is about you." And they just sit there and kind of process that for a moment. And when it comes to others, they're obviously going to recognize it and say, "Ah, that's fucked up." But when it comes to themselves, they never recognize it and say, "That's fucked up." But now they sort of forced to accept a reality that this is fucked up, and this is fucked up on their level, because they are fucked up, and nothing is wrong with being fucked up. Yeah, they see how bad situation is. They see how bad the situation is. They see a lot of things they just did not realize were there, and they start to actually listen into it. Did that several times in my practice. It was a long and hard session every time to actually go through with them, but I don't think it will be like super heavy. I can't say I'm going to obviously introduce levity into this. I'm gonna make dumb jokes. I'm gonna be like playing up. It's still gonna be a show. But other than that, I kind of want to make it something that people can look at and say and possibly relate to, maybe in some factor. Because problems, let's be real, a lot of problems humanity has is very, how do I say it? It's very, we relate to each other much more than we realize initially. Like me and Ero, for example. When we just sat down and started talking about shit, we basically realized, we might as well be the same person. We might have a different past. We might have a different methods in some factors. Might have different opinions on other things, But when you really get down to it, we just sit down, same fucking person. Parallel reality, it might as well. Even down to fucking awkward ass accent. But that's the point I'm making. Humanity is much more relatable to each other than we like to admit. There's much more people who can really sit down, talk, and realize that they have more similarities than they care to admit. If they just sit down and talk. And everyone is always secluded in their own issues. But there's 7 billion people out there. Already 8 billion people out there. All of them have the same issues. Same thing. Parents. Loved ones. Loss. Betrayal. Heartbreak. Same problem. Negligence. Physical and mental hurt. Same thing. I already understood that as a psychologist when you really look down to it. Yes, there are differences in cultural mindsets, political mindsets, everything, religious mindsets. When you get down to the core, we're similar, very similar, all of us. We just deal with that. We just deal with the same things others dealing in different ways. That's how basically different personalities are born. It's a combination of life experiences, dealing with all the fucking issues you face across the universe. Yeah, that's possible. That's possibly it. Yeah, not that surprising. A lot of people with like bad childhoods usually have a lot of suppressed memories. It's not as sensualized. It's not as strange as you might expect, or unusual. It's just a thing. Your brain goes, it would be better if you don't have this memory. It would be better if you don't remember this. It would be better if you just don't think about it. So you don't remember this, you don't think about it, everything's locked back somewhere in the back of your mind there. And you just exist. Somewhere along the lines, it will get unlocked probably when you are either ready to deal with it or just something happens that makes you remember it. Hopefully it will be the first one, but yeah. Always have to expect the unexpected, you know? Either way, I think this has been a surprising talk today, honestly. Can't say it was super... Can't say. I think a lot of people might have been surprised by the lack of jokes and the amount of being serious, but you know. I mean, honestly, sometimes a conversation just flows. 2.5 hours. I mean, it's not like it's not like I can't do it at all. It's that I don't prepare anything, because if I prepare something, I will most likely just fucking fall down face first into the dirt and forget. My problem is not going. My problem is getting going, basically getting started. It's always a start. So I need to like a spark of something. That's why I always with a silent chat, I always end up being kind of silent and awkward, because I'm like not silent and awkward, but I like need much more to like get. Oh la la, eggplant. This is eggplant central, everybody. This is just eggplant central. You know, in before I actually post this fucking form. And some huge VTubers actually check in on it, and I'm like gonna be, hello. This is the this is the quiet. This is reflection in the library with Nyanners. Reflection in the library with this is Treya. That'd be funny if eventually that leads to that. I wouldn't mind though. Like honestly, doubt it would happen, but you know. I think people on the top side of things are even more so in need of help than people who are on the up and up. Because when you are on top of such a cutthroat business, ultimately, it's very cutthroat. Not in the sense that everyone tries to drag each other down, but rather in the sense there's just so many people. There's just so many people doing the same thing and trying to climb the same stairs that inevitably you're gonna get pushed down. Like someone gonna accidentally kick you in the face. Not because they want to kick you in the face, but because you don't even like go down, you gotta hold on firmly. But you don't ascend, someone else ascends instead of you. And when you have been doing this for years and oh fuck. Hello!
H_P_lovely raided
Hello
my stream
everyone!
with 15 views.
Hey Raiders, hello. Hello Raiders, hello HP Lovely, I am the Observer. I am a variety streamer, I am an eternal librarian and a proprietor of said eternal library. I am a variety streamer. Thank you for the follow, Erdarius.
Darius is now following.
But yes, we were talking about some serious psychological topics, actually. And we were discussing... Yes, we were discussing the fact that I'm going to be organizing some interesting things in the future. Namely, I'm going to be doing a show in which I'm going to be inviting VTubers one-on-one. And it's going to be an interview / psychological talk with them, aka Dr. K, what Dr. K does. He talks about their problems for an hour or two. He talks about the advice he can give. He talks about what people believe are the issues and stuff like that. I want to do something similar because I'm actually a professional. I don't know how many people know it, but I am. I don't really announce it I'm not like placing it on my bio or anything, but I am. So obviously I have the opportunity to promote mental health to people, and I will do it. You know what I mean? Always take an opportunity to promote something you're pretty good at. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not like screaming it at the top of my lungs. If someone asks why I'm talking about this, I'm gonna be saying, "Oh, I'm a psychology professional." Yeah, I play games, obviously. Probably my voice. I was told my voice has the ASMR capability, I think. I will do ASMR. I will actually do ASMR book readings because I'm not really good at the whole dude stuff, but I can do the whole quiet reading of stories thing. Kind of want to do that there, actually. I really want to find some cute stories, read them with my BGM played in the background. Maybe have some people fall asleep. My microphone is not obviously not ASMR microphone. I don't really have a ASMR microphone. But I think it's gotta be good enough. Anyway, yeah, that's... thank you for the raid again, guys. I'm glad you decided to drop by, honestly. Very glad. Horror stories. Yeah, same. Honestly, same. Listening to anything is kind of fun when you are... did I answer the question? Oh no, I didn't. I didn't fail. Oh, really? There is another trend going with and not now November on Twitter. Of course there is. Of fucking course there is. No, I have not failed. I have not failed No Not November. I have not. I'm not really horny as a person per se. I say a lot of horny jokes. I know some, sometimes in other stuff, like sometimes in other stuff. Listen to them. Yeah. Not non-stop non-November. Yeah, that I remember that was a Risu thing. That basically, yeah, non-stop not November, era. It's a thing. People had to accept the fact that it's a thing, and it's going to be a thing. It's gotta be a thing. Yes, good job. Win further. Don't stop nothing, Only Bun. What? Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip me saying that. Swear to God, don't clip that. I did not mean to say that. That sounded way too wrong. Even though I know it's like intentionally wrong, that sounded way too wrong. I demand you. I demand you not stop nothing, Annie. I demand it. I demand it. Okay. I'm so mad at myself sometimes, man. There's just there's so many times I look at my own VODs and I listen to and I process in my brain what I just said in like seconds before that, and I realized I have a VTuber of the brain, because I swear to God, I have never made so much double entendres before as I did since starting to be a VTuber. Never. Yeah, I can see it. Post it in my Discord. Thank you for the follow, Chaotic.
Chaotic Catalyst is now following.
Chaotic Catalyst. Thank you. You can post it on Discord. It's actually, there is a command. If you want it saved forever, post it on Discord. Okay. Well, I still have the link. So I'm gonna post it myself on Discord, because I'm a good host. Yeah, I'm gonna post it. I posted it in Discord because I'm a masochist apparently. I say don't clip this shit, then people clip this shit, and I go around and fucking put it in my Discord myself. I guess my responsibility is higher than my shame. Sort of, kind of. Not sure. That might be just another one of weird English words that basically don't mean anything of the that don't mean any of the components of the English word. Nutella. There's no nuts in it. It's chocolate thing. You want to make sure you don't repeat your mistakes. Yeah. Did I really fall into the trap of most big VTubers by saying not clip it? I basically challenge my viewers to actually clip it, and they clip it, even though they would not have clipped it if I did not say not clip it. Oops. Oops. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, yeah. I really can't say anything other than that. Whoops. Ah, fuck me. That's just... I don't understand. I have been in this industry for... what? 4 years? I've been in this industry for 5 or 4 years. I watched people make those mistakes, and sometimes I'm like hyper aware. Sometimes I'm catching every single one of these, like these nuts jokes. I almost always catch them before they are triggered, right? But then this shit happens, and I do the same thing. Do the same fucking thing. Same thing other VTubers do in this situation. Panic, and then ask people not to clip it, which automatically triggers every single lurking motherfucker in chat to turn their head on the monitor and press the fucking clip button, because the streamer said do not clip this. That means there was a clippable moment there, and I need to check it out. Give me a moment. I can fucking hear Cooksey running down the street. Like, I can hear him approaching slowly, breathing down my neck every time I say it. Like, every time I say it, I become closer to Cooksey approaching me. I was for Cooksey the pages, what happened? Every time I say shit like that, and then I say, please don't clip it, I can smell him. I can smell him a mile away. He's coming. He's coming slowly. One of these days he will be in this chat. One of these days I might be doomed forever. As the guy who said, "Ooh, my net's hard," as a joke, and it will be taken out of context and posted on YouTube. And that's gonna be my legacy forever. Not the serious psychologist guy, not the guy who reads you stories. I'm gonna be my nuts heart guy. And I can do nothing about it. Nothing. Because Cooksey has way too much power over me. I mean, honestly, he does clip mostly people who has boobs. So I guess I'm safe for now. Dr. Blackburn, I think say try not to suck too much. Oh, don't worry. Am I in court? Like, is this a thing where I'm watched by a bunch of people who will absolutely use everything I say against me, and there's a police officer with handcuffs in the background saying like, you have the right to remain silent. Everything you say will be used against you in the court of law. And I'm like, okay. It's the same thing but with clips. Every time I stream, there's some motherfucker secretly sitting there and saying. Most of the time you're silent. Like, most of the time you guys are silent. People who clip are the most silent people on the planet. They most likely do something in the background, like drink tea, watch a movie, something like that. Like yeah, that 50 clips are not RR clips. True. Nobody really clipped my RRs until this point. Actually, I have like one clip of my RR, I think, but not more. I don't know. Is this like impressive or anything? Like, can I? Okay. Yeah, you had clipped that RR. I guess I can just demonstrate. Like, is that clippable? Is that clippable? Also, I was literally universes ahead of you there, Ashburn. I was fucking universes ahead of you there. I saw that coming from a fucking mile away, my man. I don't know why, but I just knew that in the moment I start talking about Arara, there will be some person with enough points who will go, hey, I'm gonna redeem it. So I did a preemptive Arara, and I did it accidentally, completely in the same moment you did Arara, redeem. Same moment, like exact same moment I did it. I saw it pop up at my chat the moment I started doing it. So it's basically, yeah. Yeah. There was a small delay there. I have a few seconds of delay. I know that much. But I started doing it the moment you redeemed it. I saw it in chat and I started doing it. I did not coordinate it with you. I started doing it anyway, for free, but the redeem popped up the same second I actually started doing the first. The first Ara. Why? You know, if I say it like that, it sounds like I'm just calling a pigeon very sensually. Come here, Ara. Who's a good boy, Ara? What? Five out of 10, Ara. Oh, you're an Ara critic, I see. Interesting. you're an Ara critic, eh, Darius? I appreciate it. Keeping it real. Keeping it real, my man. You only did half of it, so 5 out of 10. Oh no, I did like full. I did full Ara. Fair enough. No. That was not an Ara. That was me calling my pigeon Ara. I called my pigeon Ara very sensually for some goddamn reason. That's the Ara. You know. I guess I'm really happy to see my bird or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point, honestly. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You know how you usually call your pigeon Ara? Kiara, pretty sure Kiara did call her pigeon Ara in a game or something like that. Pigeon or a bird. Ara. Or she was a bird herself in the World of Darkness game. I don't remember. Yeah. You need to check on your video producer on Twitch and your clips you've made. It includes clips you've made of other people. Like content, video producer, or clips, and there are clips I've created. It works like it just works. It just works. I'm definitely not Todd Howard, but it just works. Yeah. You can actually totally check. Even if you don't stream, yeah, you will have all the clips you've made on the clips I've made chat thing. Probably a lot, considering the fact that you're here and you've been here ever since I got rated by HP. I think that's you've made a lot of clips. Not to shade you or anything, but yeah. I'm just so... Honestly, one last thing I wanna touch today is that I'm just so fucking surprised by the amount of people who like find me interesting. You know what I mean? Even outside of my job as a psychologist, I never really thought about becoming like an entertainer. I mean, I'm lying. I did do the whole comedy radio thing going. I do have a lot of improv and radio show and all that shit on my belt, basically. Under my belt, on my belt. I don't know how the phrase goes, but I have a lot of experience in that stuff, and I was never directly interacting with people who I've been entertaining, so it never really clicked in my brain that, oh, by the way, people enjoy you. And I'm like, okay. My brain always found an excuse to say, oh, they enjoy the music. Oh, they enjoy this instead of me. Oh, they enjoy this character instead of me. Oh, you know. Right now, I'm being slapped with the face by the fact that you guys enjoy watching me, and I'm like, okay. Ah, man, and I'm... Yeah, I'm being slapped with the fact that I'm me, and you guys love me. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Our brain went into the same direction there, Ashburn. Like, absolutely, our brains just absolutely went into the same direction in this on the same time, Ash. It's like... I wanted to say, if you know what I mean, but then I saw you say it in chat, and I was like, okay, it was already said. I don't need to add it. I don't need to add it anymore. It was already said. Ah, Jesus. Okay. I hope Jesus is not here. Is he? Jesus? No, Jesus is not here. Yeah. You watch VTubers long enough, you absolutely become one with them on the brainwave, or just become a VTuber yourself. We really do need to summon Jesus sometimes. I would appreciate talking to Jesus, because y'all need Jesus, man. Y'all need Jesus. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just wrap it up here. That was fun. Watch VTubers long enough to become one yourself. Wait, what? What do you mean, wait, what? I mean, honestly, yeah. If you watch, I feel like at some point, if you have the opportunity to become a VTuber and you believe in yourself to be a VTuber, you should try it out. Like, just a PNG. Take a PNG. Take a PNG to do some preparations. Take a PNG. Don't start with the model. Take a PNG like I did. Do a PNG. Take some assets. There's some free assets, free overlays on Stream Elements. You don't need any money. You don't need any money for it. You just take its assets for Stream Elements, make a PNG, at least, or maybe you need money for that, but just record, ask someone, or make a PNG for it. Yeah, and just enjoy yourself a little bit. See if you vibe the whole VTuber community. See if you would like to continue with it. Personally, I would rate you. We seem like we would be someone who would vibe, because we had we're literally on the same wavelength for the last half an hour, because you started to press the button for Arara and I started to talk Arara. The moment you pressed the button Arara, I was already doing an Arara, because our minds are linked. Our down bad is linked together by the invisible thread of time. I'm talking bullshit, but you know. Either way, I'm gonna be finishing up here. Exactly 3 hours. True. Anything is possible in the library. I'm gonna be finishing up here. Gonna be doing Donna voice to be. I was finishing up. Motherfucker. Who created a Jesus account? Who created a Jesus account just to fucking come say hello? Who created the Jesus account just to come say hello? Because I clicked it, the account was created 4 seconds ago. If you created a Jesus account, that's really fast. Yeah. Okay, follow me. I need I am Jesus in my follows. I need Jesus to follow me. So follow me. Follow me and observe it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Jesus_I_am is now following.
Thank you, and you just heard my assistant say Jesus I am. Amazing. Okay, proof that Jesus was here. Oh Lord, he coming, Lord. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, you know what? That's a good place to just kind of fucking end it. I know. Lord, he here. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Just gonna stop here. Gonna raid a guy. I know who I'm raiding today. So give me the one. It's a fellow person who's playing some RTS. Not a VTuber. Just starting streamer. If I am correct, come say hello. Support them a little bit if you want to. Oh yeah, it's fine. Anybody, always happy to help. Gonna start the raid. Please keep it around. Not a VTuber. Just come say hi, follow them, give them some views if you can afford the time. Lurk a little bit. I would appreciate it. Chill guy. From what I know, he's a very chill guy. We'll see each other tomorrow, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna be back here with some Omega Strikers. Yes, hopefully he's not finishing yet. He's not finishing yet. I'm gonna be back with Omega Strikers. I'm gonna be talking with Ero to set up my form for the psychological talk. Other than that, nothing else. Can't say anything else. All right. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.